How's it going, guys? My name is Linus, and today we're doing a tutorial on glitch hop, and probably going to be going over just the beat. I might give some insight on how the melodies are going to go, but uh, let's start off first with just a little show off of my remix of Archipelagos or Archipelagos, however you want to say it. He's a friend of mine. It's his remix of Please Don't Go and his new EP. There's a remix competition that's going on until January 18th. I've submitted mine already. I'm going to put my link to my remix in the description, the remix comp in the description, and his links in the description as well. So yeah, I'm just going to let you guys hear this, and then I'm going to open up a new project and show you how the beat goes. Alright guys, so that was just a little preview of what my remix sounds like. The whole song and a free download will be in the description. So just some insight on this actual track so I can give you a little bit of what to go off. Obviously when making Glitch Hop, this was the melody and the chords for the original song. I actually altered this melody right here to sound like this. Navi, it sounds a little bit grimy. I made that lead a little bit hardcore and grimy with some bass and overlaid a couple other things. Some electro bass from Harmer, my lead. So that's that for the melody. You can make that kind of anything. You could go for a little bit of a volant style and make it a little bit happier, or you can go like this style and go a little bit harder. It's all up to you. Obviously, as you can tell, let's go ahead and show you real quick. Let's take off the melody. Sorry, I'm really tired today. So when we listen to this, as you can see, there's arpeggiators right when the chords hit, but in between the chords, there's nothing. So it sounds like there's a little bit of spacing to create that swing effect. You can just hear right here. As you can see, the beat's still going, but having that arpeggiator effect of these chords is going to create that spacing effect when the lead comes in. Especially right there. I'm going to show you guys this pattern right here. I arpeggiated those chords really fast, and with that swing effect, it made it really choppy. So let me play a pattern for you. And so now you know when you really want some chords like that. He Archipelago, or I'm just gonna call him Novak because that's my. It's easier to say that. My friend Novak, when he made this song, and he sent me the stems, and he sent it to remix it and the Dropbox link, and I said. I listened to the chords and I said this would be an amazing opportunity for a glitch hop song because look how the chords are spaced out when you play it. And so when I took that MIDI file that was in the Dropbox link that he gave me, I sat there for a minute and just listened through all the MIDI files, and then I realized that having that kind of spacing in Glitch Hop gives you that sort of effect, as if it were almost something like Grant Bowtie Future Bass, but also giving it some type of Volant effect. Both of these are artists, by the way, Grant Bowtie and Volant. Volant came in Monster Cat this year as a glitch hop artist. He still makes a bunch of glitch hop that sounds really amazing. You can go listen to him and maybe get some insight as well. But giving your chord spacing is probably a big part of it. I'm not a pro on glitch hop. I'm just giving my suggestions on how you should do it, because when you listen to it like this, and maybe even take the beat out of that part right there, maybe change this to where the snare is the last part. I mean, I'm not going to save this, but let's just go in here and just say maybe like, or maybe put it on the very last part of that right there. You know, just giving it that spacing, and maybe even cutting off all volume here. Just take some automation and pull out all the volume, and then maybe take something like this reversed hi-hat here, pull it down to maybe 2 beats, or maybe 1 beat so it's a little bit faster, and then get something that maybe even pans to bring that sweep back into the main beat. So when you go here, and maybe when you bring that sweep back in, you maybe add a different instrument in. It's all about creating a song that is not really predictable in a way. Like all of the other genres, it's going to stay with something throughout the whole song, but here you can bring in sweeps and add something like simple as that. You know, just be experimental with it. Arps and chords are the biggest part of it. Maybe even spatial pads as well to bring in the intro like this. That's my insight on how to actually make the song, but as for the beat, I'm going to show you guys that right now. I know I just ranted on forever and ever, but let's get started. I'm going to be using Vengeance packs. I'm sorry that I'm not using the actual FL stock plugins. I'm going to be using the Vengeance Essential Dubstep Volume 1. I'm going to be going through the kicks and see what we have here to deal with. That's what we're going to be using. So let me turn on my launch pad so I can just, give a feel for it. Gonna bring it down to 8 decibels, industry standard for most songs. Maybe even get something better than that. I don't know. Maybe something like that would be a little bit better. All right, we're gonna EQ it real quick. If you guys haven't seen my tutorial on EQing, you can learn a little bit now. Gonna steep past that. Give it a little bit of fatness. 50 hertz. Not gonna cut it. I'm not gonna go any lower with that. Bring my second bell up. Not give it too much fatness, but we want to have some kind of tone to it. We've got some high end here. We want to use this. There you go. Just, you know, I'm doing a quick EQ, so it might not sound the best. Maybe give it some reverb. Now, when giving it reverb, we want to give it not high cut. We want to give it a mix of two, so it's not overwhelming like that. Now, obviously, you want to turn on swing, but when you turn on swing, guys, be careful, because when you go through all the patterns, it's on for every single one. If you try to turn it off and you go back, it's not going to be there anymore, so you're going to have swing on, unless you can compose that swing effect without using the swing option, which is very easy when you're able to, you know, get a feel for that type of, we're using 110, my bad. When you get a feel for it, you'll usually be able to do it by yourself. So, obviously you can't hear that effect yet because we don't have everything in there. You won't be actually able to hear this swing effect until you get your hi-hats in, so we're going to find our snare next. I would almost use this snare right here, but that seems like it's more of a build-up snare. Most of these seem like drop snares. That's a tight snare right there, 99. We're going to bring this to about 6. I use percentages when it comes to other percussive things, maybe 55, 11 dB, I think it is. Obviously, this is a very short snare, so we're going to have to make it count. This is going to have some percussive tone to it, so we're going to have to cut it at the low end as far as it can until it loses its tone. That's fine right there. Let's bring something up right here. You can sweep to see how it's going to sound. We want a little bit more airy. But a little bit more country as well, so we're going to add some reverb too. We're going to leave that room size. I like that room size right there. Give it some of that. There we go. So now you're going to do a beat as you would if it was drum steps. So kick, snare, kick, snare. We're going to have to get a different snare. I just noticed that. These snares aren't working. Hold on. I promise, one of them is going to work. Maybe this one, and we give it a little bit more reverb than the last time. It's not going to work, it's too airy. Let's try to EQ that and see if it's... Yeah, it's too airy. It's not going to work. Maybe that one will work. Let me see. No. Seems a little bit too... That'll work. So let's cut that and do some of this. I know it might not sound the best samples that I'm... Whoa, what am I doing? No, I need to be using a high pass. Give it some tone. There we go. This is going to work. Let's give ourselves a peaking. There we go. This might actually work. So now you can kind of hear the swing a little bit, but it's not too obvious. But so we're going to go and find ourselves some cymbals, closed hi-hat. We're going to find something that fits it a little bit. Something small, but not too... There we go. We're going to bring it maybe 45, around 14. And then we're just going to do this. And this is where you'll hear the swing coming, guys. And hopefully you can hear this here. Now you can add more stuff in. Obviously, let's see if synth one shots. Let's see if this is obviously dubstep, so it's gonna be kind of crazy. See if we can take this. Maybe even use this, something like this. This one's not gonna work, but other than that, I think we have a pretty solid something going here. Let's bring this hi-hat back to 4. We'll EQ that. When EQing hi-hats, it's almost like trap, but not too much, so we're not going to make it too aggressive or too flat for us to hear. So we're going to 8 steep cut it. We don't want to cut it. We've got some frequencies there. It's going to take the tone out of it, so we're going to leave it at 30,000. 300, my bad. You know, we're going to bring out some highs in it, but we're not going to make it aggressive like trap is. So we're going to bring him a little bit down. We don't want to kill it too much. Let's build some reverb. And when you're giving cuts and reverb, don't make it seem like you're almost making it detoned from the actual cuts that it's giving out. And I think we can actually make this a 4-bar beat. So let's see right here. If you guys got any questions, always leave it in the comments. I'm always willing to answer and give you some suggestions on how to practice this kind of stuff. Or also what type of music you should listen to get some insight. Alright, here you guys go. A little quick glitch hop beat for you guys. It's a quick tutorial. I might go more in depth later if you guys need a redo of this tutorial or a more in-depth tutorial where I actually go and research and then come back with some more information for you guys. I can always do that as well. This is just some, insight from me on how I would usually make a glitch hop beat, even though I've only made one remix, which is my only song out of it. I've been experimenting a lot, and I might actually make another glitch hop song again, maybe even out of this beat because it sounds pretty cool. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm going to let you guys listen to the final product.